Since February is known as the month of love and we celebrate Valentine's Day, I thought it would be fun to talk about how you can use Feng Shui to enhance your love and relationships in your life. I'm Shawndy Linquist, and this is Mo Linquist, also known as my mother-in-law, with Mo Linquist Living Solutions.
Hi, Shawndy.
Hi. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for inviting me.
So Mo, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, I am an interior designer. I've worked in the field for over 30 years, and about 25 years ago, I added a new tool to my toolbox called Pyramid Feng Shui. And what that allowed me to do was not only help people make their spaces look pretty, but also help them make their spaces feel good.
Can you tell me how Feng Shui is related to well-being?
Well, Feng Shui actually is a healing art. And although the basis of the word Feng Shui originated with the Chinese thousands of years ago, all cultures practice their own forms of Feng Shui, because Feng Shui just sets up the space to make it more opportunistic for the person living in the space.
Can you tell us how you start a Feng Shui consultation?
Sure. There are 3 steps that I'm going to go through when a client calls me. I send them a questionnaire, a pretty in-depth intake questionnaire. And they're going to answer questions about their space that are historical events that have happened, maybe information about the house, but even more important, they're going to answer kind of intimate questions that I'm asking about them. And at the end of that questionnaire, I'm going to ask them what the 3 things in their life, if they could change, what they would want to change. And that is the crux of the Feng Shui consultation. It is based on what the person wants to change in their life. And the furniture is actually only the tool we use to help the person make the changes.
Interesting. So what would you say are the top 3 things that people are asking to improve in their lives?
Well, almost always. People want maybe more wealth, money is an issue. It's not coming in quick enough, or it could be coming in and flowing out just as fast. Mm-hmm. Health, especially now, is a big issue that people want to consider. And then, of course, relationships, because having that close connection to another human being is so needed by us humans.
Yeah.
And when I'm looking at what they're saying they want to me, then that helps me set with them to set their intentions. And setting the intentions is the first step of the Feng Shui consultation. After I've done that and been in their space, then I do a complete walkthrough of the space. And I read the language that their space is speaking to me. And this is done by assessing the qi, which sounds like a foreign word. We're not familiar with it, or we've heard it in energy. What exactly does that mean? Well, all that means is when I'm reading the space, that I'm using all of my senses. I want to see how it looks. I want to see how it sounds. I want to see how it smells. I want to feel the space. And that's how you interpret the language. You also look for symbolic meaning, icons, and we use a tool called a bagua. That's a map that we put over the space. And then the third step to the Feng Shui consultation is, number one, decluttering and getting rid of anything that doesn't need to be there and might possibly be giving negative subconscious messages. And then, of course, adding in the new things that will enhance the intention that the person wants to set. This is how we change the patterns.
It's so interesting that you're using decluttering, because we use it in real estate all the time, in particular with staging a home before it's getting ready to go on the market. And it's all about that sensory experience.
Exactly.
Right? So, well, since we're talking about enhancing love and relationships today, maybe we should start in the bedroom, and you can show us how you read a space.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, great. So when you talk about reading the space, can you tell us a little bit more about that, and what are you reading in this space?
Well, I mentioned the fact that we use a tool called a bagua, which is an implied meaning of space. And it's actually, I made one, and I can give one to you like digitally so you could share it. Today, we're talking about relationships.
Right.
So the way I read the space is, I look on the map of where the relationship area is, and this is always oriented from the entrance. So if I'm at the entrance here and I'm looking at relationships, it's that far right hand corner.
Okay.
What is in that area?
A TV and a chair.
A TV and a chair. So there's really nothing there that tells me this relationship area is being enhanced. If my client were to say to me that's what they wanted to work on, that's the first area of the room that I would go to.
Okay.
And I have had some very interesting situations. I had one client who was single. He was a divorced man, and he kept telling me he wanted a new relationship, but relationships were so much work. When I walked into his primary bedroom and I threw the bagua and I looked in his relationship sector, what I saw was an ironing board. A lot of work. And mostly there are a lot of stories I have like that.
It's so fascinating. Well, that's all really cool.
Every sector, every gua area in this room also has a number attached to it, a color attached to it, and the number of relationships, surprisingly enough, is 2. So I would add something to that space that would be 2 of something. Shawndy, do you have anything you can think of around that might be 2 of something?
And there's a pair.
Okay, so here is a pair of birds, which is 2 of something. However, if you are trying to create a relationship that's on equal footing, this would not be appropriate, because you've got like a mother and a child.
Right.
Unless you want to feel like you have to baby the other person in the relationship, I would say no to this.
Okay, so this pair would be a better option.
Okay, so here is a pair. Now it's the same kind of thing, but yet because it's more equal in nature, this would be a totally appropriate icon to stick on this wall with the intention of enhancing relationship.
Okay.
It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Number 1, you set your intentions. Number 2, You read the language of the space, the chi, using all of your senses. And don't forget the sense of smell. Having an aromatherapy in a room really enhances. And then number 3 is decluttering, getting rid of the negative, clearing with Palo Santo, sage, or whatever to raise the vibration of the space. And then bringing in the positive reinforcement icons, like we talked about before.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
And I have lots of success stories. Feng Shui means change. The change may not be what you expected, but it's always for your highest good.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much. It was really fascinating, and I hope that these tips help you if you're looking to enhance or improve your love and relationships in your life. And if you would like a copy of the Bagua and want to play with some of these tools, not only to enhance your love life, but any aspect of your life, go to the link in my bio and you'll be able to find a copy of Mo's Bagua that you can use in your own space.
Yep. Either you can use it on your property, on your house, on your room, or even on your desk.
Yeah. Really cool. Well, thank you so much, Mo.
You're welcome.